Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mary Speaks Politics and Prophecy. And I hope you enjoy what you're about to listen to. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can grow my channel and reach more people. Now, let's get into it. Hello, everyone. This is Mary, and I'm going to talk about what's happening in the Trump administration. Oh, excuse me, the Musk administration. So, what I don't really understand is how can so many farmers perceive that a man that builds houses and buildings and spends his time playing golf and traveling and starting small little things like selling Bibles, selling guitars, selling hats, shoes, clothes, has ever planted a row of turnips, collards, peas, corn, soybeans, watermelons, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, lettuce, tomatoes, apples, oranges, lemons, you name it, they didn't do it. That should tell you something. So, now that we've gotten that squared away, in the world you would think that this is a populist president. What he did for you all is he tapped into your psyche. You felt as if no one heard you. You felt as if no one was paying you any attention. Tapped in some grievances that you still got to deal with from past things you were taught from your ancestors, and made you perceive that one administration was doing more than the other was for you. That was not the case. As we can see, the one thing that Republicans and Trumpy have done well is that they have planted seeds of doubt. And you want to know how they knew to do that? Because they knew that you all were not going to go read the information. Now, just to be clear, none of us read the information. None of us do. Let's just be honest. If it's a benefit that we can see outright, then we're going to be like, cool. And I will say the Democrats failed to properly instill in you all the things that they did for you. Now, they did try, but it was more like a reaction to all the lies that were told, opposed to just a normal routine method to remind you, like, hey, I looked out for you. I said, I looked out for you. I looked out for your family now. I looked out for everybody in your family. But no, they didn't do that. They just responded to the accusations and the random bad optics that they received. So their message just was not good enough to get across to you all. And that's their messaging issue. They failed to really understand the true impact of social media and the repetition of voices repeating the same garbage. Unfortunately, you all fell for it. And now you see that there were many things in the Biden-Harris administration that directly benefited you. Matter of fact, you all as a country, including myself, realize we did a lot for people. And there are a lot of our federal workers that really be looking out for us holistically. And we didn't know it. That just shows the intricacies necessary for a government to operate efficiently and purposefully. Even if you perceive a person's role as being minute, it plays a great role. Now, for this very moment in history, sadly, farmers, health workers, people in all areas of government are honestly feeling the emotional and psychological and physical and financial detriment of a person having control over the everyday activities you complete and take care of as an American. Every day, the psychological, emotional trauma you're feeling right now, losing everything because you just lost your job. That's what happens to people who work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet, and then they get laid off. And they don't get any benefits from the government. They don't get any benefits from that job. It's just over. Imagine giving 25 and 30 years of your life to one job only to find out that they're not going to give you anything. And you're without any transportation. You can't pay your electricity bill. You can't get any assistance from the government because now they're going to possibly take your Medicaid, your Medicare, your Social Security checks, your disability checks, possibly even take your SNAP benefits. Some of you get maybe $10 or $15, and it makes a difference, especially now with the cost of eggs and oils and other things in the grocery store that are still going up under the Trump administration. Now, mind you, this so-called populist president has done absolutely nothing for Americans, but he has done so many things to Americans. And I want to reference MSNBC.com for this article that they have listed almost all, but not all, the areas that the Trump administration has affected, eradicated, dismantled, or done away with altogether. And we don't have enough time, nor is proper to read every line that does exist. And I'm quite sure there are things that you don't think about that he is still doing, but they're not going to tell you. These are the things they're telling you in public. So imagine the things they're not telling you. Just keep that in mind. So here's a few of those things. Said it was unrealistic to think Russia wouldn't keep portions of Ukraine it had already taken. Basically saying, look, Ukraine, you're not going to get your land back. We're going to give Russia some of it. And matter of fact, we're not even going to let you in on the conversation. Ain't that some bull jump? Sure it is.